What is up, Giants fans? I usually don't post videos this short in between each training camp week. I normally like to wait until the Sunday following the final week of that training camp period. But if you haven't heard today from the news out of MetLife, out of East Rutherford, New Jersey, this was too good of a video to pass up on this opportunity to talk about what the fuck happened today out in East Rutherford. Practice started off slow. I saw some reports, the guys, saying, "What up, homie?" coming out to the practice field. And get a text from my one buddy who's an Eagles fan. Talks about Daniel Jones was finding himself on the bottom of a pile after a brawl. After further evaluation of what the fuck actually just happened, apparently Evan Ingram got started it by retaliating after Corey Clement, former ex-Eagle running back, and I think third string so far for the Giants on the depth chart. He got leveled by Jabril Peppers, apparently, and Ingram, who can't catch for shit, decides to take the opportunity to act like a tough guy for once and defend his teammate in practice. So he pushed Jabril Peppers back, and then apparently Logan Ryan came back and leveled or crushed Evan Ingram, and then that was proceeded to start a huge scuffle, a huge brawl. And apparently Joe Judge did not like it because, according to reports, number 8, Daniel Jones, was finding himself on the bottom of the pile during the brawl. And that can't be happening. You can't have our star quarterback be doing that. He didn't do anything, but he needs to get the fuck out of the way. Hey, Daniel, next time there's a fight that breaks out, get the fuck out of the way. We don't need you to get hurt. We don't need you to fucking be a hero. You don't need to be Tim Tebow. Get the fuck out the way and let the big boys handle their business the way it's meant to be handled, all right? That's a little advice for you. I know you're still young. Get the fuck out of the way when there's a fight. When I see a fight that doesn't involve me, I get the fuck out of the way. You do the same. But anyway, I love it. I love when our teammates fighting each other. I mean, let's keep it within the realm of infighting. We don't need to be, bashing helmets like the old school Miami Hurricanes game where they're taking off their helmets and using them as a deadly force. No, but I love it. Joe Judge apparently did not. And fucking players had to pay. So glad hearing reports. So glad I am not a professional football player for the New York Giants or playing sports in general, because what I read that they had to do, gassers, 100-yard sprints for 2 minutes, and then doing push-ups at the goal line, and then go back right into 100-yard sprints. Back in high school, I used to fucking fake injuries because I just could not do sprints. But man, that sucks. But hey, gets them in shape, gets their cardio, gets their endurance ready for the season. And I love it, man. I know a lot of you Giants fans posted on Bleacher Report, just as Judge is out of control. He doesn't have control of his fucking team. Listen, man, this fucking happens on every single fucking team. If there's no fighting, that means no one's trying hard to win and compete. And this is what we need. Stop being a little bitch. America is soft as it is. We don't need more fucking pussyfooting around. Let's play some fucking football, hit these motherfuckers in the mouth, and go at it 100 miles per hour every single fucking play. Now, my next point is the people thinking Joe Judge is not going to last. Like motherfucker John Kincaid on the 97.5 morning show, saying it's high school. Newsflash, dickhead. I believe your coach, Nick Sirianni, is playing rock, paper, scissors, shoot with his fucking players. So what is that, pre-K? If Joe Judge is teaching high school, I guess Sirianni's teaching pre-K. Get the fuck out of here, fucking idiot. Get back to Atlanta. You're a nobody. Philly doesn't even want you. But back to the Giants. I'm not going to discuss any Eagles drama. They fucking suck. They know where their place is. Bottom of the division, as usual. But yeah, so that scuffle came out good. I love it. I hope it keeps happening, but just tone it down. We don't need Joe Judge to make up more curse words than he already says. But I love it. Next topic. Apparently the Giants signed a linebacker, former Denver Broncos linebacker Todd Davis yesterday. And apparently this motherfucker quit or retired after today's, first hour of practice. It was too tough for him. He didn't like all the running Joe Judge had him doing. And you know what? Got to cut the dead weight, man. Kelvin Benjamin couldn't handle it. Todd Davis can't handle it. Some people can't handle Joe Judge's toughness, man. It's military style. It's Tom Coughlin-esque, Bill Belichick-esque, Bill Parcells-esque, the big tuna. Hey, can't handle the heat? Get the fuck out the kitchen is what I always say. But yeah, he retired. Apparently, he didn't like the conditioning that the Giants had him doing. And oh well, sayonara, assalamu alaikum, you're out. Next order of business, not good news, not ideal. Still waiting on the results, but Kenny Galladay appeared to tweak his hamstring today in practice, going over the middle for a pass from Daniel Jones. Still no reports out whether the severity of the injury, but I think he's going to be okay. Maybe he'll have to sit out a couple weeks, just rehab it a little bit. But it's better for it to happen now than later on in the season. We need them all healthy as can be. And it's just the way the NFL is, man. Training camp injuries will happen. Things will keep happening throughout the season. That's why you got depth, next man up. Apparently, Sterling Shepard's having himself a hell of a camp to start. He's looking good in that new number 3. He's playing. It's a big year for Sterling Shepard. He's in a contract year. Whether the Giants decide to retain him after this year is yet to be seen. I don't personally think that he'll be back, depending on how well Kadarius Toney performs this season. I think that's why we drafted him, to fill his role, because they expect Sterling Shepard to leave free agency next year. And hey, it is what it is. He's a good player, but too many concussions, too many injuries. But we'll see how he goes. Hopefully he balls out this last final year with the Giants and makes a memory out of it. Other than that, practice ended. Players seem to not be bothered by the amount of running they did. And I just hate the media just saying, oh, Joe Judge doesn't know what he's doing. You can't treat fucking adults like this. Listen, motherfucker, this team is one of the youngest teams in the fucking league. They're going to act like fucking spoiled little bitches. Joe Judge needs to keep them fucking in line. You do not let the animals run the asylum. Joe Judge runs the asylum. And right now, the asylum is at MetLife Stadium, and Joe Judge got these motherfuckers working hard, and that's all that matters. The players love them. The players respect them, and that's all that matters. Training camp fights happen. If you're one of those people that sit back and say, training camp fights don't happen to any other team, yes, they do. You just don't hear about it because most of them do not play in the New York market. No one gives a shit what happens in the Carolina Panthers practice field. But it happens. It happens all the time. Stop being a little bitch. This country's already a bunch of filled with pussies. We don't need any more pussies to be Giants fans. All right? End of discussion. Go Giants, and I'll update you more as I hear more. Later. Peace.